Hi, it's 10:44 on Sunday night. The Lost finale just ended 14 minutes ago. I'm still kind of a mess after it. Um, I was not expecting the ending, and I think it was a wonderful ending, which keeps in tone with the show's spiritual tack that it has taken, but also put the power in the hands of men and not of gods. Even Jacob and Man in Black ultimately were men who were gifted with the power of the island. And I suppose Hurley is like Jacob at the end of this episode. But Hurley and Ben, if we are to understand the last few scenes, decided that the best thing they could do for themselves and for their friends was to create the Flash Sideways, where they could all be together. And they could all have a second chance at things. And I think that's really quite beautiful. It's an ending not unlike the ending of It's a Wonderful Life, where George Bailey is saved, though he has help of an angel giving him a push, just as Jack and company had the help of Jacob giving them a push. Ultimately, it is George Bailey's fellow man that helps him, and George Bailey himself overcomes the obstacles, and it puts the power with men, with regular human beings. It's a show about this all sounds horribly corny, I must admit. It is a show ultimately about the affirmation of ourselves. And I cannot even begin to explain to you how important a message that is for me right now, and for everybody. And the show could have easily turned me off, I think, as an atheist, if they had gone one definite way or another on saying whether or not there is a God. And they never do, and they don't tell you what's beyond those church doors when Christian opens them. Now, obviously, his name is Christian Shepherd, so there's obvious symbolism there. But the show ultimately doesn't tell you what to make of the ending and what to believe of the ending. And I think everyone will see it in a different way. I see it as these people were given the greatest gift possible, and they used it selflessly to be with each other. And that also ties in with the whole theme of the Flash Sideways after Desmond started waking people up, that love was kind of the connecting tissue between all of them. I suspect, I haven't looked at any reactions online. I wasn't following Twitter or Facebook or anything, or chat rooms the whole time it was on. I suspect there are a lot of people, a lot of cynical people, who are not going to like this finale because they think it's too sunshiny and puppy dogs and happy time. But if you've watched the show for these 6 years and loved it, I think you knew that this is where it was going. That love and friendship was ultimately the message, well, not the message, but the driving force behind everything that was happening. I know this is rambling right now. This is going to take a long time to put together all my thoughts about this, so I will hopefully have a more measured and explained, well thought out version of this blog in writing by Tuesday or Wednesday. But I thought I'd get my initial reaction down, and you can see what a horrible wreck I am. It's probably pretty funny to look at. So that was Lost, and I am very glad that I watched that television show for me, it's only been about 2.5 years. And it took over my life basically for 2.5 years, and I'm very glad that it did. Even if the ending it presents, I don't think is something that anyone could ever hope to find in reality, but it is something that we can all strive to achieve, I suppose. Or in our wildest dreams and our greatest hopes, we could have such a place that as Hugo and Ben created for their friends. So until Tuesday or Wednesday, signing off.